Very good morning, students. Today we will see what are the important topics to be learnt in coordinate geometry. So, coordinate geometry, what are the important topics to be learnt? So, first we have learnt about distance formula. So, in distance formula, the main important things are we will have 3 points and we are going to have 4 points. So, if they are giving 3 points for us, something like 2, 1, 1, 4 and 5, 7, minus 7. And if they are giving for us 4 points like minus 1, 3, 2, 6, minus 5, minus 4, 6, 7. If they are giving 4 points to us like this, and if they are giving 3 points to like this. So, to get the distance formula means how to apply this whenever 3 points are given, if 4 points are given. So, if 3 points are given, we have to think about triangle. Why? Because 3 line segments we are going to get a triangle, here we are going to get quadrilateral. So, we know the distance formula is that root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. By using this single formula, we can do all these things. So, triangles. What kind of triangles we can say that it may be a scalene triangle? When we can say that these 3 points are scalene triangle? So, let us give the name here A, B and C. So, AB distance and BC distance and AC distance, if 3 answers also not equal, if I am getting not equal, then I have to call that triangle as a scalene triangle. If only 2 sides we are getting equal among the solved, if I am getting only 2 sides equal, if I am getting BC is equal to AC, 2 sides equal and third side is not equal, then I have to call it as isosceles triangle. If all the 3 sides if I am getting equal, if all the 3 sides if I am getting equal, I have to call it as equilateral triangle. Next, the fourth one is right angle triangle. When we can say that 3 points are right angle triangle, so the hypotenuse square is equals to opposite square plus adjacent square. So, how this means? For example, so A 5, 3, B minus 2, 3, C 8, 4. So, if this is the question like this here, how to get this means 100% here it will be 90 degrees since it is making a right angle triangle. So, right angle opposite will be hypotenuse. Right angle opposite will be hypotenuse, remaining are opposite and adjacent. It may be opposite or else this may be opposite. If this is opposite means this will be adjacent. So, hypotenuse square is equals to opposite square plus adjacent square. So, if we are getting hypotenuse square answer is equals to opposite square answer plus adjacent square answer, we have to use first distance between these 2 points, we will get some value, afterwards distance and afterwards also distance. After getting the 3 distance values, we will do that hypotenuse square value must be equals to opposite square value plus adjacent square value. If we are getting equal, then I will call it as a right angle triangle. These the given points are right angle triangle. Now, let us talk about quadrilateral. Suppose if we are getting the answers like this, since quadrilateral is 4 sides, A, B, C, D. So, A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral here. 1, 4, 2, minus 3, 3, 4, 8, minus 5. So, after giving means he will give for us 4 points. After giving the 4 points, he will ask us whether it is a rectangle. Check it out whether the points are rectangle, or else check it out whether the points are square. Or third option is check it out whether the points are rhombus. fourth option, check it out whether the points are parallelogram. Check it out whether the points are parallelogram. If I want to call it as a rectangle, then what is the condition here? Opposite sides are equal. So opposite means AB must be equals to CD and AD must be equals to BC. If I am getting distance between AB and CD, if distance between AB answer and distance between CD answer, both answers if I am getting same, and distance between AD answer and distance between BC answer if I am getting same, then I can call it as rectangle. And moreover, in addition to this, I have to get diagonals are not equal. Diagonals are not equal means AC distance and BC distance should not be equal. AC distance and BD distance should not be equal. Then only I can say that it is a rectangle. So rectangle means I have to prove AB is equal to CD, AD is equal to BC, and diagonals should not be equal. That means AC answer and BD answer should not be equal. So that is the condition for rectangle. Square means all sides must be equal. Means what are the all sides must be equal here? AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to DA. Means AB distance, BC distance, CD distance and DA distance, all distances must be equal and diagonals also equal. Then I can say that the given points forms a square. Next, when I can call the given point forms a rhombus, all sides are equal, okay, but diagonals are not equal. If I am saying diagonals are not equal, then it forms a rhombus. So if diagonals are equal, it will form a square. If diagonals are not equal, it will form a rhombus. Now, parallelogram and rectangle are vice versa. In rectangle and parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, same concept here. Opposite sides are equal, but diagonals are equal in parallelogram. Diagonals are equal in parallelogram. Diagonals are not equal in rectangle. So we need to prove here diagonals are equal. AC is equals to BD. So if diagonals are equal and opposite sides are equal, then I will call it as a parallelogram. If opposite sides are equal and diagonals are not equal, then I have to call it as rectangle. So these are the various concepts related to this distance formula. And one more concept is also there. So equidistance. Concept is equidistance. So from x-axis, y-axis, we have to understand how to get this from x-axis. Any point on the x-axis we will treat it as x comma 0. Any point on the y-axis we will treat it as 0 comma y. Any point on the x-axis is treated as x comma 0. Any point on the y-axis is treated as 0 comma y. So this is equidistance. So we will assume that this is point P. In another question also point P. He will give either x-axis or y-axis in the examination. So if he is saying for x-axis, we have to think that point is x comma 0, and if he is saying y-axis equidistance, we have to think the point as 0 comma y. So equidistance means definitely he will give 2 points for us. So let A will be the point 3 comma 5 and B will be the another point minus 2 comma 4. So we have to write PA is equals to PB. And here also the same concept, PA is equals to PB. So after solving we will get what is the x value. So very important topic, this is equidistance. So you have to look out one question and you have to work it out for one question for x-axis, the other question for y-axis. Okay, next where else we will use this distance formulas here. Another concept is, for example, if there is a circle and here the coordinates are 2 comma 3 and here the coordinates are 0 comma 0. So how to get this radius? Find the radius of the circle, he will ask. So in order to get the radius of the circle, we are very sure that we have to find out the distance between O and this point A. OA distance I have to form. So in order to get this OA distance, I have to use this distance formula. So in these ways we can use the distance formula. Next, let us discuss about another formula. Second formula we have learned, section formula. What is the formula we have learned? Section formula, which is Cx comma y is equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. So this is the section formula. So how this section formula we can use here? He will give 2 points for us, A and B. He will say that C is a point on this line. So it is dividing in 2:3 ratio. Find out the point, what are the coordinates of this. So he will give -2, 4 and -3, 8. So he will ask, find the coordinates of the point C which is dividing in the ratio 2:3. So direct question. So we have to substitute in place of m1, m2 the ratio and the point we have to substitute. Then we will get these coordinates of C. Indirect question is that in what ratio it will divide. In what ratio it will divide means he will not give this ratio and he will give this answer. So in what ratio it divides means we have to find out what is m1 value, what is m2 value. So very important two concepts you have to learn. In what ratio it divides, as well as find the ratio, find the coordinates of the ratio in which it is dividing 2:3. Two questions. And the third question is, find the ratio, in what ratio it divides the x-axis or y-axis. The same concept what we have learned in the distance formula, the same concept here. In what ratio it will divide the x-axis or y-axis. If he is asking like this, so x-axis means we will think x comma 0 and y-axis means we have to think 0 comma y. So after substituting, whenever he is asking in what ratio, make the ratio as k:1. For every problem, whenever he is asking in what ratio, think that it is k:1. Always let k:1 be the ratio. That means in place of m1 we have to substitute k, in place of m2 we have to substitute as 1. So after getting that we will get the value, that k value we have to make, after getting the value we have to make, if he is asking in the question x-axis, we will make y value is equals to 0. If he is asking y-axis, we will make x value is equals to 0. So these are the two concepts which are related to section formula. Now another important thing, third important, these two are also very important, x-axis and y-axis. Every question means for every type, whatever I am explaining, you have to work it out each, for every type one sum. Now trisection. So trisection, the word itself says that a line is being divided into 3 parts. A line AB is there which is going to divide into 3 parts. So already it is single part, now it is 1 part and 2 parts. Now see here 1, 2, 3. 3 parts we are dividing. So in what ratio means I have to get what is C point and what is D point. In the examination he will give A point and B point. And he will ask us to find what is C point and what is D point. Very important these types, okay. Trisection and another few things are there. So he is saying trisection equal parts 1, 2, 3. So I am dividing from here to here 1 unit, from here to here also 1 unit, here to here also 1 unit. If I want C point, so from A to C it is 1 unit, from C to B it is 2 units. So what ratio it is dividing? 1:2 ratio it is dividing. The line is being divided into 1:2 ratio. So in the section formula, I need to substitute 1:2. Next, if I want D, 1 to here 2 and here it is 1. So 2:1 ratio. In order to get the point as D, I have to use 2:1 ratio. In order to get point C, I have to use 1:2 ratio. This is about trisection. Next, the second one is 4 equal parts. 4 equal parts means same line segment A, B. So how many parts we have to divide here? 4. 1, 2, 3. See here D, E, F. 1 part, 2 part, 3 part and 4 part. 4 parts we have divided. If it is 5 parts also we can divide like this, and 6 parts also we can divide. So what ratio? If I want D means A to D, how many units are there? 1. D to B, how many units are there? 3. So in order to get the D point, I have to use what ratio? 1:3 ratio I have to use. If I want to get A to E and E to B, what ratio I have to use here? 2:2 ratio. Why? Because from A to E, how many units is there? 1 plus 1, 2. From E to B, how many units are there? 1 plus 1, 2. So the ratio is 2:2. So if I want to get F, so from A to F, how many units? 3. From this one is 1. So 3:1. So like this we can get the coordinates. I have already explained in the previous videos classes. You have to go through that videos and you will get better idea. And you have to work it out one question on trisection as well as 4 equal parts. So this is all about section formula. Now another one section formula here. So this is center of the circle we have to find. A is 3, 5 and B is -2, 4. O coordinates we have to find. What will be the O coordinates we have to find? Now see here, in order to get these O coordinates, we are very sure that from O to B, how much distance is there? From O to A also same distance. So I can assume 1, 1. So in the section formula, I have to use 1:1 ratio. What ratio I have to use? 1:1. Why? Because the line is being divided in what ratio? 1:1. Why we are writing 1:1? Because O to B is also radius, O to A also radius. So they are equal. I can write 1:1. In section formula, if you put, you will get what is the point, required point. So it's also one of the important one. You have to work it out. One question. Next question. Next we have learnt about area of triangle. That is half modulus x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. So I have already said the trick for this. So 1, 2, 3, first 1, 2, 3, next 3, 1, 2, sorry. Next we start with 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, next 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So like these tricks we have to remember. Now directly he will give for us 3 points and he will ask what is the area of the triangle. Just we need to substitute the values in the given formula, we will get the answer. Next he will say that second type of the question, every type you have to do one question. Second type, he will give something like 1 comma k, 2 comma minus 4, 3 comma 8 are collinear. Very important concept this is. Are collinear. Whenever he is using the word collinear, make sure that area of the triangle will be 0. Why area of the triangle will be 0? Because there will be no triangle at all. Collinear points means it will not form a triangle. So since they are saying collinear, so in place of area of triangle we will put 0. 0 is equals to 1 by 2 like this. After substituting the values you will get in terms of k. So if after doing transposing you will get the answer. So work it out one question which I have already explained, you can work it out. This collinear question. Okay. Related to this we have learnt another one. What is that? How to get this area of quadrilateral. 1 comma 5, 6 comma minus 2, 8 comma minus 4. Whatever the points I am taking, it may not be the perfect values, but you can make use of the textbook to get verified answers. Now, if he is asking to find the area of the quadrilateral, then we don't have a special formula to find out this. Either I will join AC diagonal or BD diagonal. If I join BD diagonal here, see here, I am able to get 2 triangles. What are the 2 triangles I am able to get? ABD is one triangle and BCD is the another triangle. So first I will find out ABD triangle area. Next I will find out BCD triangle area, and I will sum up of these 2 triangles. Then I will get area of quadrilateral ABCD. So it may be somewhat lengthy, but we have to work it out this sum in an effective manner so that within a short period we have to complete this answer. So make sure of the symbols what we are substituting, so we will get an effective answer. So this is overall revision of about coordinate geometry, and make sure that watch the previous videos thoroughly and watch this video also thoroughly, then you can secure good marks in your exam.